It's probably no surprise to you that, like many other job markets, the Salesforce job market is becoming increasingly more competitive. This is especially true for Salesforce admin roles, where applicants need to find new ways to stand out. Throw in a global skills shortage and things get even more complicated. So how do you stand out? The answer? Future-proofing your career. Future-proofing your career means ensuring your skills, expertise, and qualifications are relevant for the future and can withstand the ever-evolving technical landscape. So you might be wondering, how can I do this? Well, here are 10 ways to start. First up, stay up to date with Salesforce enhancements. This one ought to go without saying, but it's really, really important to make sure that you can confidently use the latest and greatest features. Keeping up to date with everything is going to ensure that you're ahead of the game, aware of what Salesforce is releasing and what the biggest products and tools are going to be. A perfect example of this is Salesforce Flow. Workflow rules and Process Builder are being retired, so you should now build all your automations in Flow. Of course, there's more than Flow, like the latest industry clouds or the array of AI tools that Salesforce is rolling out, so make sure you're paying attention during the 3 annual releases and events such as Trailblazer DX and Dreamforce. Point number 2 is a great way to tackle the skills shortage that's plaguing the ecosystem at the moment, and it involves becoming a specialist. There are certain Salesforce products with a real shortage of skilled professionals. Becoming a specialist in a niche product is definitely something that could increase your chance of securing employment. For example, Marketing Cloud and Education Cloud. And as Salesforce continues to grow, they're also on the lookout for candidates who could administer new technology like Slack and Tableau. I know you already know this one, but getting certified is a great way to demonstrate a certain level of expertise. Hand-on experience is also important, but recruiters and employers typically like to see some certifications. You're really spoilt for choice too. Think about what type of role you want for the future and start working towards a relevant certification. If you're unsure where to go, then check out our certification guides. At number 4, this one may seem surprising. You might think that DevOps is just for developers. After all, it's in the name. However, this is not the case. If you've never heard of the term DevOps, it's a combination of cultural philosophies, practices, and tools that aim to shorten the development lifecycle and provide continuous delivery. Salesforce have released the Salesforce DevOps Center, which is free for all orgs. Get ahead of the curve and start learning about it now. Salesforce is not simply all about technical skills. Soft skills are important too. Need proof? The concept of accidental admins. As an accidental admin myself, I have a professional background in project management and sales support management. And these previous roles have given me many important transferable skills that I use as a Salesforce admin all the time. Whenever I was interviewed for Salesforce admin roles, the hiring managers were often reassured that I understood sales, business processes, and analytics. Trailhead is a great place to learn soft skills, and they have a great Build Your Soft Skills trail mix. At number 6, my next tip is to find a mentor. Most successful Salesforce professionals will be able to name a mentor as one of the reasons they are where they are today. They can help you fast-track your success. It's not always easy to find a mentor, but Trailhead has a fantastic service to match mentees with mentors. Check out the description for the link. There's a lot of truth in the sayings right place, right time, and it's not what you know, but who you know. It's also not uncommon for people to land that dream job through their connections in the ecosystem. How do I know? Well, that's how I got my job here at Salesforce, Ben. The more people you meet and the more things you say yes to, then the more people will think of you when opportunities become available. There are so many ways to become involved, including attending user groups, community events, and Salesforce events. These are the kind of places you'll meet like-minded people who are passionate about Salesforce. If an in-person event feels like a little bit too much, then why not get involved on social media? The Salesforce community loves social media, and check out our list on Salesforce Ben for who to follow. At number 8, this one does take a bit more time, but it's really worth it in the long run. If you want people to start remembering you as a Salesforce expert, It's time to step up and start showcasing your skills and knowledge. Instead of just attending an event, how about speaking at events? How about speaking at somewhere like Dreamforce? Start by creating a compelling title and abstract and then put yourself forward. Blogging is another great way to get your name out there. And at Salesforce Ben, we are thrilled to be a community-powered news site. The majority of our content is written by Salesforce authors around the world who want to give back. If you'd like to get involved, check out the video description to find out how. Once you start networking and connecting with the Salesforce ecosystem, people will be more likely to take a look at your online profiles. In addition, you can always expect recruiters and potential employers to check out your LinkedIn. It's time to start thinking about creating your personal brand and polishing your social media profiles. You want to make sure you're giving off the right impression. LinkedIn is probably the best place to start. If you were thinking about hiring somewhere, where would you go to check them out? I'm pretty sure you'd go to LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn profile needs to clearly demonstrate why someone should hire you. Now, if you don't think other social media is important, I've got bad news for you. That recruiter that just checked out your LinkedIn is probably checking out your social media as well. It's really likely that they will see from your social media and from your LinkedIn if you're a candidate that they'd like to consider. Some great advice for your social media profiles include adding Salesforce-related pictures to your profile and be sure to use the banner image as well as the headshot. Creating a headline or a snappy bio that conveys essential information and includes any keywords you're targeting, such as Salesforce Administrator or Salesforce Developer, is essential. On LinkedIn, use the featured and volunteering sections to make people aware of your Salesforce expertise and extracurricular activities. We've made it to the last step, probably the most important one too. Of course, it's your resume. Your resume represents your job application, your job history, and is the first thing an employer are going to look at to decide whether or not to hire you. Your Salesforce resume is the key to landing a job and is your first impression on a potential employer or recruiter. So you'll want to spend some time crafting a resume that will clearly show your experience, qualifications, and skills. You can check out our complete guide to writing your resume. The link is in the video description, and there are 4 free templates included. And that's it. We've covered 10 ways you can future-proof your Salesforce career and stand out from the crowd. It seems evident that Salesforce is here to stay. It's still the #1 CRM in the world and has historically shown great stability. Now is the time to skill up, future-proof your career, and take advantage of opportunities. To learn more, subscribe to Salesforce Ben and make sure you never miss out on more content like this.